Hello friend, this is Paper Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. And I've been working on some things that I wanted to share with you. Right now, people are kind of dealing with the chaos. I don't really want to talk about it very much, except I guess, if it comes up from time to time, if I feel led to say something about it. But as far as I can tell right now, the way it's affecting me personally is that it's making me not be able to think as fluidly as I would normally like to, as sharp. I feel kind of like this is all very surreal and very much in a meditation state, trying to be. And then, of course, other times I feel a little bit like paralyzed. And even though a lot of my schedule has opened up quite a bit from the effort to stay home, I haven't been doing a whole lot of crafting, especially the last couple days. I've just been very kind of on freeze mode, and I'm not sure if other people are experiencing that. So just curious to know how y'all are doing. Please be sure and comment below. I really do appreciate the interaction. I think right now, the people that are able to stay home, I would like to encourage people to stay home if they can. I know it's really hard. I tell my husband that he has ants in his pants because that man cannot wake up in the morning. He's a morning person, okay, first of all, which I am not. And then when he wakes up in the morning, he just jumps up with a spring and has got to be out the door and has got to be around people. He's just one of those really friendly people. And so it's really extra hard for him, I think, to kind of isolate, or I guess the better word is just kind of stay away or distance himself from people. And so that's a little bit of a challenge. Thankfully, he's currently doing some project. He's a contractor, so he's doing some projects that hopefully will not put him, near a lot of different people or groups of people, hopefully. And some of the stuff is outdoors, so I think that's kind of good. And as far as what I do, I'm kind of having to put a little pause on my work. I could do a lot of it out of my house, which I already do. And so I really am trying to hunker down and stay home as much as I can and do everything I can from home. I did grab some groceries. I didn't want to go nuts with it. I have a feeling that we're going to be fine with the food. And, I don't think, going out and buying everything is a good idea. I think going out there and being in the supermarkets, it's a way to spread any kind of viruses. So I really don't think that's a good plan. I mean, I'm thinking, just get what you need for an extra couple weeks at a time. Should be good enough. I hope I'm not wrong, but like I said, to me, it just seems like right now it's a good time to just not be outdoors around other people. So with that being said, I'm sorry it took so long. There again goes back to my clarity issue, that I'm not quite as sharp. So I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but I know that I have been watching a few videos and really do appreciate the people that are taking the time to do this, because I think it is comforting to some. I think the crafting community, I think the YouTube creators right now can be of an enormous resource for people. I think it's important to keep your mind occupied and well, and over watching videos or the TV and things like that regarding what's going on right now. I don't think it's healthy, and it is hard even for me to not do that, because I'm very much I'm a YouTuber, so I'm very much an internet YouTube person. But with that being said, we do have to exercise self-control and know when to put it down. I've had to actually force myself to craft, which is, I know it sounds really weird because I love to craft, but feeling this way, kind of like dazed and confused, if you will, does not make me want to craft. So I've had to kind of force myself to do it, but I'm really glad to do so because when I finally break through and do it, I do eventually have a sense of peace and flow, and I'm able to meditate and pray. And so I definitely encourage others to do the same thing. So anyway, getting to the crafting here, I've created this paper that I call mermaid paper, and I think it's really cool. And I had made this journal that I'm gonna do flip through eventually, but not right this minute. But I do want to just briefly share a little bit of it. I think it's come out real cool. I used one of those tags that I made that I've been doing with the natural paper that I made. It's kind of like a faux natural paper. It's a little bit of a hybrid between actually nature, you know, like teas and things like that, and just a little bit of paint and other elements in there. So it's kind of a little bit of a mixture. And so anyway, I just really love this book. And I was making this, you know, this cover. I don't know if this video will show it very well, but I made this paper and out of the scraps of when I made these tags. And then I kind of thought, you know, I can kind of maybe make other pages, other paper that would be fun to use. And so anyway, that's where that came from. But anyway, I just want to show you this fun little lace here, and it's so pretty. I really like her. Anyway, if you want to flip through of this one, just let me know in the comments below. Yes, we want to see the flip through of the pretty nature with the bird tag on the front. Nature Junk Journal with the bird on the front of the tag. Okay, so I'm going to put that to a side. Like I said, this video is kind of a little bit more disorganized. So I've been kind of doing things with this paper, and I love how this little butterfly came out, because on top of it I got like an embossing folder, and it was my first embossing folder, and I just love the little design. It just almost made this look like a 1980s kind of vibe. So I don't know, it was real interesting. I really like it. So anyway, I call this my mermaid paper. And so yeah, I just basically used a lot of the techniques for making that faux natural paper, but instead of putting, you know, natural elements in it, like you know, images of plants and actual tea bits, I've kind of done just kind of scraps of paper, and just with the different colors that I wanted to include. A few images of some plants. Mainly the scraps is what I used. And then I glittered it up. I had some glue, glitter glue that was kind of going bad. And you know it's going bad when it has kind of a little stink to it. But, you know, once it dries, it doesn't have a stink. So thank God for that. But, because, yeah, I wouldn't want any of my stuff to have a weird smell. So, but yeah, anyway, I thought that was really fun to do. I'm working on this journal now, which is also kind of my napkin thing, where, you know, I use some napkins to collage, you know, here, and some images. And I think you guys remember this if you look at some videos back. And so yeah, I went back with some color, a little bit of watercolor, and here's that embossing, and I just embossed some paper and cut it out, and then glued it down here and up here. And so yeah, I've been working on this a little bit. And then the back, see how I put some watercolor and then finished it off with a little bit of that glitter glue that I've had forever and ever. So let me put a little bit of glue here. See this little piece of this image starting to pop out a little bit here. So let me glue that back on. And so yeah, this is kind of in the works. You know, sometimes I'm in the middle of a project and I have to stop because I don't necessarily have the inspiration to go further with it. And you know, I used to get really frustrated about that, but then I realized that I shouldn't be, because that just means that when the creativity strikes again, I'll have something that's already like halfway through, maybe, you know, so that's not a bad thing. And so yeah, I've learned to kind of put things away sometimes for a little bit. I prefer to have projects where I begin and then end and within a certain period of time, because then I feel like I've accomplished something. I don't like to leave a lot of loose ends, if you know what I mean. So, so here we have this, and like I said, it's watercolor paper. I just folded the paper. It was a 9x12, and so I think it's coming out really pretty. I do want to put some lace around here because I have some like a baby blue vintage lace, and I think it's going to look fantastic with that. I think I did that already with my sister's, one of my sister's journals that I made. It was a mermaid one as well. And I loved it. And it was so funny because when I was looking at that trim, I thought, you know, I didn't think it was a color that I would normally use. And, but it really worked out with those colors in that theme. And this is kind of similar. You know, it's very different, but very similar at the same time. So anyway, this is more of that mermaid paper. And in this case, I had some gold kind of packaging from a chocolate bar. So I don't know if any of you guys eat Lily's chocolate. I try to be low carb, low sugar. So the Lily's chocolates are kind of expensive, but they are sweetened with stevia. And so I prefer those. And anyway, they have this really pretty gold, you know, packaging with it. And so I thought, you know, I can just cut up some you know, do some die cutting, and I did. I made these butterflies. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know if you can see it in the video very well, but I thought it was kind of cool. And yeah, I may still be able to further decorate these in some way, but for right now, I thought, you know, that's what I wanted to do. Just it's one of those things that I felt like I needed to do, so made a few of those and made the small ones, tiny. I love these tiny ones, these little tiny butterflies. This little die that I have is just stunning, I think. So yeah. So then the kind of like the scraps that you basically need to throw away because you can't really do much with. I didn't want to throw away, so I went ahead and just glued it down to this paper. Like I said, the white napkin over it with the glue to seal it, and then, you know, it gave me this really pretty paper. And this time I didn't do it on the watercolor, but it still stayed pretty well because it's layers of different papers and such, so it was thick enough to be not to have to be on a watercolor paper, and it's still pretty thick. So this is one of the pages. I'm still not sure how I'm going to put this book together. This is just some of the things that I've been doing, like I said, that I wanted to show. And here's that washi tape. I love this washi tape with that girl. And so yeah, so then I did some tea dyeing. I did add a little bit of color to the tea dye to create these interesting kind of natural patterns and natural kind of colors. I used a little bit of some water from a potato, a sweet potato, a purple organic sweet potato. It was delicious. Anyway, I think I had put an Instagram post about working with that, so be sure and check out my Instagram. I'm going to post that below. Like I said, usually in my videos I will have a place in the description box where you can reach me or see other things that I do. And yeah, just be sure and check those things out and follow me there. But yeah, these are just kind of just random pages that I put together and I thought would look nice with this kind of, again, it's more of an art junk journal type thing, similar to what I made before with that other beautiful covered, napkin covered, collaged, you know, kind of book, junk journal book. So anyway, that's one of the things I've been working on, so I wanted to show you that. And also, you know, the tea dyeing of using that sweet potato water. And yeah, so here's, like I said, this what I call the mermaid paper. And so I had cut out these, you know, die cut images of to make this butterfly. And then I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, I like it, but it's, I don't know, it's not my favorite, maybe, but I really do like it. I think it's really, really pretty. You know, it's got some glitter in it and everything. So there's this little flower. Another thing I've been doing from time to time, because I like to kind of switch things up a little bit, is working on this journal. It's kind of like a TN sort of. I don't know if the measurements are quite like a TN. But yeah, I had been working on this. Again, there are some pictures on my Instagram. And this is a journal of experiments. And it's supposed to allow me to feel free to play with elements. And that may be comfortable or uncomfortable to me. And so yeah, I thought that was interesting. And then so this is a real flower that's been kind of encased in glue. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it kind of kept its color. You know, it's kind of like a little blue flower, and it's been on here for a few weeks. So actually, I did this on Leap Day, so that was February 29th. So I don't think it's been a few weeks. I think it's been maybe like not even 2 weeks, maybe, but or maybe about two weeks. Okay. So then this is another little spread I made. I had received this paper in Happy Mail, and so it's just kind of like a planner thing, you know. So I thought that was kind of cool. Thought, well, let me play with the planner thing, with the Bujo thing, a little bit. And then I made this spread. I thought that was a cool spread. Let's see if I can put it up a little bit so y'all can kind of check it out a bit. This was really fun. A lot of these elements I got from my friend Julie, Paper Lover 123, and so yeah, I think I got this and the stamps from her, and this little deal here. So yeah, Julie, if you're watching this, make sure and give me a thumbs up. So anyway, I thought that was fun. Used some washi tape, and I don't know, I just, you know, instead of writing in my journal, I felt like collaging. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know. Yeah, this one says March 2020. I got this out of a magazine. And so I thought that was kind of cool because it made it kind of Bujo and, you know, kind of planner-ish. And then this here is a little different. You know, it's not really, obviously not complete, but it's, you know, kind of a work in progress here. And so this is a little piece of washi tape, and yeah, it's just like it's like a little pocket, you know, so it's like a circle. It's just a circle, and it fits right in this little opening here of this circular thing. And then a little washi tape, which is easy to put on and take off. And Anyway, I thought that was just like a fun idea. There again, you know, there might be things in here that I'm not gonna love, but that I just want to experiment with and play with. And so, let's see what else I got here. I got this one, which this one's starting to look a little ugly to me, but overall I like the spread. And I was using different kind of glues to make things kind of, you know, some of these dried flowers to kind of stay and like preserve them a little bit. And yeah, and some I don't love it, but I do like it. Basically, I like this says the new detox, and I think I might have posted that on one of my I guess it's a YouTube post. Here's one of those mushrooms that I've drawn. And so yeah, I just liked all this paper layering and everything. And the new detox is journaling. Junk journaling, planning, doing some art, you know, kind of refreshes your soul. So that's a good way to detox when you've gone through a rough day or you're stressing out. Like we all kind of are a little bit these days. That, my friend, is the new detox. So I'm gonna probably come on here in the next video with some I'm gonna probably work on this a little bit and just kind of do some random stuff. I'm not gonna worry about what I'm saying as much, so I'm not sure how the editing, maybe I'll put music on it or something, or a combination. You just never know what my fancy will get me to do. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you spending this time with me. I hope you will comment below. Please give me a thumbs up. I have been not getting thumbs up lately, and I kind of want them for some reason. And I do thank you guys, because you do comment, but like I also forget to put thumbs up on stuff that I watch. It does encourage me. So yes, please give me a thumbs up, comment below if you like these videos and would like to continue to watch them. Please subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so that you will know when I have a new video for you. And of course, on the notification, you have to check all, so that YouTube will send you all the videos. Otherwise, they just will randomly send you videos. Sometimes they will and sometimes they won't. So there you go. Thanks a lot, guys. I love you so much. Love you so much. Stay safe out there. Try to stay home if you can. And much prayers for all who are watching. Amen. Bye now.